Hello there. Are you here for the walk-in interview? Oh, perfect. Come in, please sit down. Make yourself as comfortable as possible, okay? Yeah, no, don't be nervous. I know most people are nervous for interviews, but this should probably be like one of the chillest interviews that you ever have, okay? Please do not stress. Let's start with your name. Hi, I'm T. It's nice to meet you. Yeah, so basically today we are going to be just kind of talking. I'm going to be asking you some questions and then I'm going to be typing them up. Like I said, today is for walk-in interviews, pretty much only. And then I have a couple scheduled interviews. So I need to record as much of our interview as possible. So I'm going to be taking quite a bit of notes. I'm going to be typing them up. Yeah, I have quite a bit. I would say there's 6 interviews scheduled for tomorrow. Yeah, so 6 other people, and then anyone else who comes in for walk-ins today. Yeah, so competition is a little stiff. So hopefully this goes well. Okay, let's get started. Okay, you gave me your first name, so can I have your last name as well? Okay. Okay, and can you spell that for me? Can you spell that one more time? I'm sorry. Okay, see. I mixed up the 2 letters in there. Okay. Can I please have a phone number to contact you at? Okay. And can I please have a current address? Okay. And can I have the city? And the zip code? And obviously, we know the state. Okay. Alright. So let's go over a few things. So do you know what ASMR is? Okay, so do you know exactly what it stands for? So it stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. Yeah, it's just a bunch of fancy words, but basically what it stands for is just that tingly sensation that you get throughout your body, starting from the top, and it's that feeling that you get from certain stimuli, like auditory response and certain visual cues as well. Yeah, exactly. And so basically what I am looking for is someone to assist me in my ASMR journey. I need someone kind of to practice on different routines, things like that. Scalp play, scalp massages, face massages, skincare routines, things like that. Yeah, so a very easy job. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Okay, can I please have an email in which I can contact you? At Gmail. Okay. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna start with our typical interview questions. Okay. So don't be afraid. They're nothing too complicated. I just want to know some fun things about yourself. So if you could tell me a little bit about your education. Uh-huh. And what year did you graduate? Okay. Okay, any higher education? Okay. And what did you study? Okay. Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your work history? Okay. And what year did you start there? Okay. And what month? Okay. And can you tell me your responsibilities? Uh-huh. And how many days a week was that? Did you enjoy it? It's okay, you don't have to enjoy every job. Hopefully this will be one that you would enjoy. But not every job I've had in the past have I enjoyed, trust me. Okay. Would you happen to have a contact number? Okay. Perfect. And any particular person to contact? Perfect. Okay. All right. Okay. So, next occupation, next job, or occupation. You could have had a different switched occupations altogether. Okay. And can you tell me the dates of what year? Okay. Until okay. March. Okay. So that is in there. Okay. And what did you do at that job? Gotcha. And again, how many days a week was that? Okay. And one more? Okay. And how many years did you work for them? Okay. And you started what year? Okay. And until... Okay. And what did you do there at that job? had a lot of interaction. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, I did forget to ask you for the last job. Was there a phone number for somebody that I could contact to speak to? Yeah. Okay, and their name? Okay. And then if I could have a phone number for the third job that you mentioned. Yes. Okay. Okay. And the person's name? Okay. I don't need to know exactly how to spell their name until I speak with them as a reference. I'll fully input their spelling once I talk to them because I'll need to get their emails as well. Yeah, no problem. I needed to make sure I spelled their name right. Okay. Can you tell me about any special skills you have? Oh, that's so cool. Wow, you're amazing. Yeah. Yeah, that's really, really interesting. Okay. Any special certificates or awards? Congratulations. Go you. That's awesome. You should totally be proud of yourself. Okay. Looks like I got that out of the way. Okay, so now the fun interview questions. I would just like to know what you would consider to be your best quality. Okay. Okay, yeah, absolutely. I would agree. That is quite an incredible quality. Okay. So now, what would you say is your worst quality? Yeah, absolutely. You can take a second. I'd rather you take a second to actually think of an answer than just kind of give me a formulated response, you know? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can definitely understand that. Another great answer. Okay, can you please tell me what you think is the most important quality that a candidate, any work candidate, should have? Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. Okay. Now, what do you believe is the best quality that management should possess? Or I should say, what is the most important quality that management should possess? Yeah. What I would choose? I think one of the most important, I don't know if it's the most important, but I think one of the top, I would say two, if not three, would be empathy. I think being able to put yourselves in the shoes of another person, to kind of understanding what they're going through. Not everybody's life is sunshine and daisies, and sometimes it is hard to see that because some people hide it really well, and some people just really, really do get hammered over and over and over again, and life doesn't seem to give them a break. And I've seen it happen, and it's true, and you just need to be there for them. And I think that is an important part, because at the end of the day, work isn't everything. It's an important part, and it does pay the bills, and it does get you where you need to be, but it's not everything. And certain things I think can be sacrificed, and I think work should sometimes be on that list. Yeah. Okay, can you tell me about a time where you might have had, well, I won't say necessarily an altercation, but maybe a disagreement with another coworker, and how you handle the situation? Yes, I mean, technically you will only be working with me. However, there is a lot to learn in these type of stories, and with how people handle certain type of situations, and how they handle them can sometimes make or break whether or not I hire them. It's just how you handle different circumstances of pressure, and that reveal a lot about your personality. Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, continue. Gotcha. Okay, and now kind of on the flip side, Can you tell me about a time where you might have had an altercation or disagreement with management or somebody who was in power above you, and how you handled it? Okay. Hey, I am well aware that not every boss is a good boss. Not every management is competent. I'll just throw that out there, so I completely understand. Okay. Okay. So, why should I hire you above everyone else? Okay. That is a fantastic answer. Okay. Okay. I just want to add a note real quick. Like I said, with so many interviews after yours, I want to make sure that I have all of my thoughts written down. Or in this case, typed up. Okay. So one of my last questions is a fun question that I like to ask all of my possible candidates. If you could be any animal, what would you be and why? It's an interesting question, isn't it? That's a great answer. What's my answer? My answer to that question is I would choose to be a chameleon because they adapt to their environments as best as they can, and that's what I try to do. I am me, still me, but I try to make people around me feel comfortable and adapt to that situation whereas I'm needed. Yeah. It's a little fun thing that I learned from a former boss of mine. Yeah. Okay. So the next thing that I would like to do is I just want to write down your availability. Okay. At what time? Okay. Until... Gotcha. Okay. And then on weekends, it would be very rare. Usually, if it would be something on weekends, it would be a more intense project that needs a little bit more setting up. Yeah. As for holidays, I like to do some holiday themed videos every now and again, but you'll never have to work on a holiday, ever. That is time for you and for your family. Okay. Okay, give me 1 second. Like I said, I want to add a couple notes in. Those are the typical, work interview questions. I have a few more of my own. That are more work specific. Okay, so obviously this is an ASMR position, so I would just like to hear a little bit more about your experiences with ASMR. If you could please tell me how you got into it. Yeah. I love that. Yeah, for sleep. That's how I got into it, is I needed something a little bit to help me sleep, and it's been magic ever since. Can you tell me about some of your favorite triggers? I love that one. Okay. Oh, same. So that is definitely a favorite of mine as well. Yeah, that's a good one too. Some of my favorite, I do love a good hair play video. Anything scalp check, anything like that, just regular hair play, braiding hair designs, things like that. That is definitely one of my favorites. I absolutely would like to get some wooden tools for some wooden hairstyles, some wooden haircuts. When they use the little wooden flat iron and the blow dryer, I absolutely adore that. I would like to somehow do some, I love water as a trigger. I think it is one of my favorite sounds. It's such a fun little thing. but it's not always the easiest to incorporate in videos. So I do enjoy that. Yeah, I have a lot. There are a lot on my list. Yeah. No, I totally get that. Okay. So I think I have everything that I need from you. I have all of your contact information. Sorry, I'm just making a list for a few minute notes. A few second notes. Okay. Okay. So I have your contact information. Like I said, I will be doing walk-in interviews today, and then I have scheduled interviews tomorrow. And then I will need about a day or two to make my decision, and then we will go from there. Either way, I will be sure to let you know. There is nothing worse than being left on the hook from a job. So I will absolutely contact you and let you know if you got the job, okay? Alright, perfect. Thank you so much for even coming in and spending your time with me today. I really appreciate it. I hope this did go really well. I haven't had many interviews just yet, but you're definitely up there at the top, so thank you. I'm really excited to kind of go through my interviews, and who knows, maybe you'll get the call. Have a wonderful rest of your day.